For those who are not able to hear me properly, I would request you to please check the comment chat regarding the solution for the same and kindly rejoin the session back again. My name is Mohammed and I'll be conducting the training for today. And today's session will be for the new catalog creation process. New catalog creation as in the ZSKU or the new catalog listing, that how can you list your items using your own content. So we'll be discussing more about the content listing process, what are the errors, how do you fix those errors, and what are the basic needs for creating your content yourself. What are the basic requirements? We'll be checking that as well. The session will be taking around an hour and 20 minutes. If you have any questions during the session, please feel free to post the question in the comment chat or to a direct message to Noor, and we'll be more than happy to answer them for you. In case you have any questions which are not relevant to the topic discussed, we'll be taking them by the end of the session. And in the 10 to 15 minutes question and answer round, which we have at the end of the session. The session, however, will be recorded for quality enhancement and training purposes.
This meeting is being recorded.
We would like to apologize in advance as we will not be able to allow any recording of this session. However, we will be definitely sharing you the necessary tutorials and manual guidelines which can help you understand this process much better by the end of the particular topic. In order for us to do that, we request you to please share your registered email ID, partner ID, and store name in the comment chat or to a direct message to Noor so that the necessary tutorials can be shared with you. We would like to welcome new sellers who are joining the session right now, and would like to request everyone in the session to please take a minute of your time and share your registered email ID, partner ID, and store name in the comment chat or to a direct message to Noor so that the necessary tutorials can be shared. Without any further ado, let's get started with the session right now. That is the new catalog creation process. So firstly, we'll be going ahead and discussing the agenda for today. What is the agenda and how would you be able to, what are the learnings that you will be going through by the end of this session. So we'll be discussing about the ZSKU definition. What is the ZSKU or seller SKU? We'll be understanding that. And then we'll be going ahead and understanding how to list your item one by one, and also in the bulk listing process. We'll also be discussing about the brand management and brand catalog process. And also we will be helping you with the necessary important features that we have, additional features, that is and grouping. I would like to request everyone in this session to please take a minute of your time and share your registered email ID, partner ID, and store name so that you do not miss any tutorials or self-study material which you can use for understanding the process much better. So right now we'll be going on with the agenda for today. First thing is to understand what is seller SKU. So basically, seller SKU is the abbreviation of, it's the full form of ZSKU. So what do you mean by ZSKU? ZSKU is nothing but an abbreviation for seller SKU or new listing process, by which seller has the over control over the content. You will be able to edit your content, put up your images and provide rich content to the customer for making the decision easier for making the purchase of an item. So as mentioned here, you will be having over control over your content. You will be able to take your item live easily. Earlier, it used to take 30 days for the item to go live, but now with this seller catalog or ZSKU process, you will be able to list your item within like 2 to 3 business days. And if there is any if there is any rejection, there is a transparency about the rejection reasons as well. And it also allows you to solve some cataloging errors, like whatever the issues you have done while listing the item. It will help you understand that as well, so that you can fix it and take the item live. So who will be the beneficial sellers who can use this particular ZSKU feature? So the seller who want to provide high quality content and images to the customer, it's beneficial for you. Moreover, if in case you have a small brand or your own brand which you want to list, which has not been registered with Noon, definitely that will be beneficial. Those sellers will be beneficial. And also, if in case there is a brand registered in Noon catalog, but the item that you want to list is not registered, then those sellers are also having an upper hand using this feature and list your own content. So since we have an understanding as to how the ZSKU will function and what would be the beneficial uh, outcomes that you see with this particular process, right now we'll be going ahead and seeing the demo onto the Seller Lab itself as to how this works and what would be the process of getting this done for yourself. So for the demo, we'll be right away going ahead and discussing this on the Seller Lab one by one, like the single listing process, multiple listing process, and all the information. So for that, we'll be going back to the Seller Lab. This is the Seller Lab view that you will be able to see when you actually open it. And for all the sellers who want to or who have to uh, enroll, who would like to enroll in the ZSKU, will be having this interface. When you click on catalog, you'll be able to see brand management and brand catalog. So if any of the sellers is not really having this interface, please send in a message in the comment chat with your store ID and the message that is feature not added, so that we can activate the ZSKU feature for you. If in case you already have it, well and good, we'll be going ahead with the further process. So what you will have to do is, if in case you are listing the item with the partner catalog, you need to go to catalog. And first thing is that you will have to check whether your brand that you want to list is already existing or not. So for that, you will be just going on to the brand management. Once you go on to the brand management, it will show you the option to check whether your brand is existing or not. Let's suppose my brand name is Cairo. I search for it, it shows that there is no brand with the name Cairo. So it asks me or gives me an option, do you want to create a brand, or you can create the brand here. So either if I click here or here, both will give me the same results. So let me just click on the option of create brand here, and it will ask me to enter all the information that has been requested. That is brand name in English, brand name in Arabic, and the website link. So if in case you have a brand, definitely you should be having an official website. And if in case you do not have an official website, you can use your social media handles like Facebook or Twitter or Instagram link. We just want to have the verification done for the website to check the authenticity of the item and what are the products that you are listing. So our team will look into the website and verify the brand. And by the end, you will be requested to mention the brand logo or the image of the brand. So you can just use this website imagor.com to convert your logo to URL, because if in case you're providing it with the Google Doc or Dropbox link, it might ask for special permissions and that would delay the process of approval. So this is a website that is imagor.com. As for now, this is completely free. So all you have to do is just click on new post, choose the photo, convert it. Let's suppose this is the image. You select the image, it will automatically convert it. Once it upload is completed, you can just copy the link and paste it in the section here. So once you have filled up all the details for the brand, you can just click on create, and it will take maximum 24 to 72 hours for our team to check the brand authenticity and all the other requirements. If it is meeting, they will be going ahead and approving your brand. So once the brand is approved, if in case you are searching it and it's already approved, it will show you something like this, that is similar brand available. If your brand is already available, you need not list it again. Just go back to the catalog, click on partner catalog, and to the right hand side top, you'll be able to see an option called create product. So if you just click on the drop down list here, you'll be having an option called create single product or create multiple product. So all you have to do is click on create single product. Once you click on create single product, it will be taking you to this page where it will be requesting you to categorize your item under the known category tree or the categorization of the item in the proper classification. So let's suppose you are dealing with apparel. We just mentioned apparel here. It will give you all the option available for apparel. Let's suppose you are dealing with jumpsuits. So you can just select it from here as jumpsuit. So it will take the exact taxonomy where your item has to be placed in the known category. This is in case you do not know the, in case you know the product name itself, like what is the category that you're dealing with. Let's suppose you're not really aware about the category. Very easy and simple. Just go to the known website, search for the item that you are dealing with directly from here. Let's suppose I'm dealing with laptops or mobile phones. I just click on mobile phones. I just take the image or the product itself. Let's suppose I'm dealing with iPhones. I just take this PDP URL from Noon, go back to the Cell app, paste it, and search. So once I search, it automatically takes the taxonomy of that particular category to which that item belongs in the URL, and it automatically selects it, giving me the exact category of my item. Once I have the categorization done, I just click on next, and it asks me for my brand. Let's suppose I'm dealing with apparel, and my brand name is 1907. I just mention the 1907 as my brand name. If my brand is already existing, it will just be showing as Cairo. It shows that it is not created. Create a new brand. So first thing, create a brand and then come to this page. Let's suppose you're dealing with an item which is not branded, which is not having any brand. How do you go about the creation of listing those items? Just click on the information section here. It shows for non-branded item, you can list the product under the brand name generic. So if in case you're dealing with anything that is not having any brand or Chinese brand, you can just mention the brand as generic and go ahead with the listing process. Right now we already have a brand, so we'll just select a brand that we have created and click on next. Once we click on next, it requests for a PSKU. So what is the PSKU? PSKU is nothing but a unique identification for your system, because there might be a possibility that there are some different sellers who are listing the same item. So in order to differentiate between their item and your item, we need to have a unique identification. So that will be from PSKU. So PSKU, you can either create it yourself, like just putting your initial of your company name and putting some random numbers and creating a unique identification and just pasting it in Excel, dragging and dropping it down. It will give you an infinite number of possibilities. So if you do not want to go through all that hassle, Noon has the option to generate the PSKU for you. You just click on generate PSKU and Noon will generate a PSKU for you. Once you have generated the PSKU, you are all set to go to the next page where you can just click on submit. As soon as you submit, you will be taken to the next page, that is the content creation page. So once you go on to the content creation page, you'll be requested to fill up all the information. So sorry for the inconvenience here. Can you just give me a minute? I would request you to kindly just bear with me for a minute. I would request everyone to please bear with me while I just share the screen again. Can you just bear with me for a minute? So sorry for the inconvenience there. There's a slight issue with the software right now. Just give me a minute while I just try to just rebuild the option again and show you how it looks like. Can you just bear with me? It's taking a bit of time to load the information. Can you just bear with me? Meanwhile, let me just go ahead and answer the questions that are being asked for. Uh, Unfortunately, we will not be able to allow a recording of this session as of now. And the reason being it is just for the internal quality and enhancement. However, the necessary tutorials and manual guidelines will be shared with you on the registered email ID that you have shared with us. So the approval will be will be done by the team automatically. Like within 24 to 72 hours, it will automatically be approved or rejected, depending on the information that you have provided. And if in case you want to check the status of the brand approval, you can just contact our sales support team, and they will be able to give you the appropriate information regarding the same. I would request if you have any questions, please post it in the group so that we can answer it for you. Because we will not be able to allow any audio of this session. So if you have any questions, please feel free to post the question in the comment chat and we'll be more than happy to answer it. So once you are on the content creation page, it will be this interface that you will be able to look at. Okay. And you will be able to see the content page. It will be all empty. Right now, this is just a test account. So I'm just showing you the example of how this will look like. The variations and all the answers will be provided right now. If you can just allow me a minute. So as you see here, we are seeing the product details and you have the content page where you are landed right now. And once you have created and clicked on content, you will be able to see that there are certain attributes shown. One is the all attributes and the mandatory attributes. For the mandatory attributes are those without which you cannot really go ahead and make the item or approve or get an approval for the product to be live. Whereas for the uh, all attributes are something that are having some optional details as well, which you can just skip if you do not want to fill the information. So right now we're dealing with the apparel. So first option or first detail that you will be filling is the image. So image here shows that it is a mandatory attribute. As you see, it's a mandatory attribute with the asterisk. So if you just click on the information button here, it will give you the recommendation of the size and the format that you are requested to be having the image in so that you can upload it correctly. We have uploaded the image. If in case you want to add more image, you can just click on add image option here. It will open the computer, select the image that you want to upload and resize and upload. Once you upload it, it will be uploaded here and you can just see more options to be adding the images. Also, you'll be having an option to change the sequence of the images just by clicking on this clock button. And if in case you want to edit the image, you can just click on edit and change the image completely. If in case you want to hide the image, you can hide the image as well. Moving on, you will be having an option called general instruction here, which will be showing you all the attributes. If you just click on this option here, it will take you to the help center article, which will give you all the information about all the attributes and that you have to fill. And what are the do's and don'ts? What are the common listing errors? Everything will be explained in detail in this particular help center article for the attribute section. So once you have filled up the attributes, next thing is to verify the item condition. Item condition should always be new because we do not serve or we do not list any item that has been prepared with the grading of the item to be new. Next thing is the product image or product title. In the product title, you have an option of the help center link. If you just click on this link here, it will again take you to the help center article, which will give you an example and explanation about all the requirements for the product title and what are the common errors, what is a good title and bad title, how do you be able to make sure about the title being giving all the information to the customer is something that you can get from this particular help center article. One, I mean, giving the most important features of the item. So since you are creating your content, you will be having the option to showcase the important attributes of your product, and you can just mention it here one by one. Once you have created the feature bullets, next is the color option and the long description. So if in case you have any long description to be showed, you can just mention it here. G10 is the global trading item number, which should be provided with the product itself. So if in case your product has a G10, which will be usually EAN or UPC, so you can just use that particular G10 and mention it here. Product material, you can use it, mention it from the product material section. Then the next would be the season or the year of the manufacture of the item. And all the other information is all like depending on the product that you're selling. If it is mobile phone, the attributes will be different. And if it is something that is clothing, it will be having a different attribute. So depending on the product that you're selling, you will be having all the subsections which you can select it. Then comes the MSRP. MSRP is nothing but the market selling retail price. So if in case you're dealing with UAE, you will just mention in dirhams. In KSA, you will be mentioning in Riyal, and in Egypt, you will be mentioning in Egyptian pound. So that is some important attributes that you have to fill. Then what's in the box, all the other information, the dimension of the product itself. You will be filling all the information and then just clicking on save changes. Once you click on save changes, your content section will be showing the changes as well. Can you just give me a minute? Let me just try showing you how it looks. this is an empty section or an empty SKU that we have created right now. So if in case I'm just uploading the image here, just see what happens as soon as I upload the image. I uploaded the image by mentioning the title of the item in English. Also, one more important thing regarding the language requirement, there is a help center that can give you a very clear explanation of the language requirement. So in UAE, basically English is mandatory, Arabic is optional. KSA again, English is mandatory, Arabic is optional. And in Egypt, if English is available, Arabic is not necessary, and I mean English is mandatory. So if there is no Arabic, and if Arabic is mandatory, there should be, I mean, if no, there should if there is no English, then Arabic is mandatory. So this is the language requirement of the content that you are putting up. However, we request you to fill up in both the languages to make sure that you are having the access to both the customer base, like English and also in Arabic customer base, because we majorly have our customer base in Arabic as well. So if you are filling it in both the content, then it will be giving you a hand over the major chunk of customer base in the UAE, KSA, Egypt, whichever your country you are selling in. So I fill up the image. I can just mention the title requirement here. Let's suppose my product is perfume, so I can just mention perfume. So this is the name of my item, and all of the information I can fill up regarding my requirement. Once I have filled up all the information, as soon as I click on save changes, just see what happens. It asks me for the confirmation. I just give it a confirmation. And as soon as I do that, the content status will be immediately changing to content pending. So it will validating my image and the mandatory attributes. Firstly, it will validating that. If everything is going well with the mandatory attributes, then it will be going ahead and checking the optional attributes as well. Here, this is the variant option, the first variant that I have added. This is the parent variant. You can consider this to be the variant having all the information, and here it will be showing you the content status: English, content pending; Arabic, content pending. Okay. Now, if you have any doubts regarding the content status or the rejection reason that will be shown here, always you have an option to reach out to our customer seller support team by just clicking on need support here. And once you click on need support, it will give you an option to select the appropriate reason why you want to contact our team and give a small description about the issue that you are not able to understand and submit. So that will be an immediate trigger to our seller support team, and they will get back to you with an appropriate answer for your query. Next thing is the weekly preview. So once you have filled up all the content, how the content will appear on the platform, it will be shown under the PDP review option. And save change is nothing but whatever the changes that you are making here, you can just click on save change, that the changes are being saved on the content page. Next option that you will be able to see here is the important feature, that is the variant and grouping. So variant option basically is only available for certain categories like apparel, clothing, shoes, accessories, which need to show a specific variant like a size. So for that, you will be having the variant option available. If in case you're selecting an item which do not require variant option, it will be not showing any variant option on the content page itself. So right now, we'll be just going ahead and seeing what is the variant option and how is this beneficial to you. So as you see here, the PSK is already generated, but there is no access or any size assigned to it. So it gives you an option to create new access. As you see this access size, there will only be size available. So you can just mention the size that you want to showcase on the platform and click on confirm. As soon as I click on confirm, one access will be generated here for this SKU. So this SKU will be added to this particular variant. If on case I want to add more sizes, I can just click on add more option, mention the size, click on next. Once I click on next, it asks me for another part partner SKU, because this is a new size that I'm adding. So there should be a unification for the product as well. Generate and click on confirm. Once I click on confirm, as you see here, there is a new variant added and the variant should be shown here. So the reason I mentioned that the first SKU will be the considered as parent, considered as child. If we just go back to the image on the small or the small variant itself. So if we just go down and click on medium variant, it automatically copies or just copied, and also the mandatory attribute, the title that I mentioned is copied. So this is something can be considered, variant can be considered as a parent-child relationship. How this actually appears on the platform, I'll just show it to you. Just a minute. So as you see here, this is a dress, okay, and there are sizes assigned to it. Just see if in case, I mean, the title remains the same, the product image remains the same, and the overview remains the same. Even though I'm making any changes with the size of the item, like from small, I've changed it to medium. The content remains the same. The title, image, and the overview remains the same. Only the size is changing. So in this, you can understand that the parent SKU will have all the content, and the child SKU will just follow the content that is being saved by the parent SKU. So this is one important feature that you have available for the variants to be shown to the customer. Next, as you see here, while we were just discussing about the content or the variant option, the content status changed. Arabic is still pending because the product title is not added here. So once I add it, it will be showing me 100%. Since I've not added the Arabic title, it is showing as 88, and English QC is pending. QC means the other content and the items that will be included, the details and everything will be pending. Content is already approved. So English is 100%, Arabic is still pending. Overall, the content is still pending and it is in orange color. So next thing that we'll be discussing before going on to the different type of errors and the content status that you might see, we will be saying about the product grouping. So variant is just showing one particular access for the item to the customer. Whereas in the grouping part, as you see here, there's an option called product information, and the other option is the product group. So if we just click on product group, it will take you to the next page, which will be an empty page. However, if in case you want to add the item to an existing group that you have created, you can just click on add to existing. It will show you all the groups that you have created already. If there are no groups being created earlier, you can just click on create new group. Mention the group name. I'm naming it as color 005. Select the name of, select the access that you want to show in case, and confirm. As soon as I confirm, my group will be created, and this parent or this product that I have created here will be added to that particular group. So as of now, you will be able to see that I can change the group if in case I want to. The option that are available, I can change this group, this item to a different group. I can delete this group entirely. Also, there is an option that I can add more parents to this. So what do you mean by parents? So basically in grouping, there will be a particular SKU, a unique SKU, which will be showcased here. What I am able, what I meant to say is, if we just see here, this is a perfect example for understanding the grouping process. So if you see here, there are multiple access or multiple variants that have been shown. One is the version, internal memory, and the color. So if in case I make any changes in the image or the color of the item or the version, so it will, where the product title will change, product image will change, and also the overview will change. So any sort of relationship between two main SKUs, it will be considered as grouping. So here you can add more parents to this group. What do you mean by adding more parents to this group? You are adding new items on individual SKUs to showcase it in the single page itself. So either I can click it from here or I can click from here and add more parents. Both will open the same pop-up from the right hand group or create new partner SKU. So if in case I want to, if in case I have any suggestion from the existing one itself, like this attributes that are shown here, there are similar items in my inventory which can be added. Click on add product, the item will be added to this SKU. Let's suppose I do not have any suggestions here and it's all empty. Group. So as soon as I do that, it is creating the partner SKU. Once it has been created, it will be added to this group. Let me just show. Generate add partner. So once this has been created, it will be added empty. It will not be having any content because you are creating it by scratch. So once you have added, it will be showing on empty, and all you have to do is just click on view product type. So here you can either fill the information all over again, or else if you do not want to fill it all over again, you have a very smart way to copy the content from the existing SKU by just clicking on this labs button here and clicking on copy content. So what this will do is it will show you the available items that from where you can copy the item information. And once you click on the item and click on next, it will give you all the available categories or available fields that you can copy. So all you have to do is select the appropriate sizes, appropriate what we say the fields, and click on confirm. So automatically the content will be copied from the existing SKU, and you need not repeat yourself of it. So this will be a smart work that you can. So this is about the content copy content option or a copy content feature that we have. Let's suppose you have added some parent SKU which is not relevant to this group. So how do you delete it? Just take the SKU that you have created, copy it, go to the parent, go to the add parent, search for the item, deselect it, and click on add product. So the item or the particular SKU will be deleted from the particular group. So this is how you will be able to do the grouping of the item, grouping of the new main part parent SKUs, and variant option showing you the sizes option available. And next following up is the status that you will be able to see and what each status means and what is the time frame or SLA that it will take for approval. So first thing we'll be just going ahead and discussing about the different statuses. The first thing is the status that is pending. So if in case one language is approved and the other is still pending, it will still show the content status as in orange color, which is pending color, and it will show which language has been approved. This is the first status. Second is rejected. So let's suppose English language is already approved. Arabic content is rejected. So the rejected content will be showing in red. If it is just Arabic, it will just show Arabic in red. If it is both the languages, then the entire content status will be in red color. Also, you'll be able to see certain uh, errors. Errors are classified into two. One is fatal and non-fatal errors. You are not fixing those errors, you cannot take the item back. Like selection of the wrong taxonomy or mentioning the brand which is not relevant to the product and details as well. So those options or those fields come under mandatory or fatal rejection reason, whereas the non-fatal rejection reason are those which are like image is blurred or the background is not clear or the highlights that you have mentioned is not relevant or there's some spelling mistakes in the feature bullets. So those items or those options or the errors will be coming under the non-fatal errors. However, with the fatal or non-fatal errors, both have to be corrected in order to take the item live to make sure that your content is clear and precise for the customer to understand. So this is the second status. One is content pending, one is content rejected. The other one is the content approved. So if the content status is approved, it will be all in green and it will show you as shown on the screen right now. And all you have to do is just content status will be shown here. It will be showing as approved, English approved, Arabic approved. Next thing that you have to do is just go to the offer page. And once you go on to the offer page, you will be just requested to fill up the information to take the item back. So you'll be activating the item. You'll be going to the price section, mentioning the price of the item. If you want to put it on a sale, you can just mention the sale price as well. If in case you're mentioning the sale price, it will ask you the sale range as well. If in case you want to say put it on a sale price, what would be the range to which the item should be on a discounted range? Then it will ask you for the stock info. So under the stock info, if in case you're selecting FBN, then Noon will be taking care of the stock details. And if in case you're selecting FBP, it will be approved, updated by your end. You need to upload the stock information and also the processing time. Next thing is the barcode. So any product will be definitely associated with the barcode. So you need to mention the barcode information. And if in case you're dealing with something that is digital item, you need to also provide the warranty details depending on the country that you are dealing with. So once you have mentioned all this information, you can just click on save and the item can be taken live. As easy as that. So this was about the different content rejection reason, and for more understanding about the rejection reason and the different status that you might see, you can refer to this help center article, SKU content quality, which will give you the appropriate examples and suggestions and the reason for the cancellation of the item content and what are the different status that you might see, what each status is having the SLA. Everything will be mentioned here, so you can just start for more clarification. Also, if you just scroll down, it will show you the type of errors and the explanation for each of them and the rejection reason how it looks like. It will be giving you a very clear and distinct page of the status. So now that we have an understanding about the creation of a single product for a new brand, let's just go ahead and discuss and create a new product with an existing brand or a big brand. So that is nothing but creating a known controlled brand. Let's suppose we are dealing with phones, and that too we are dealing with Apple. So Apple definitely is already listed with known. So if we just go to the catalog, partner catalog, create product, single product listing. So here, let's suppose I have selected the smartphone as my taxonomy. Click on next. Tell us about your brand. I mentioned Apple. So as soon as I mention Apple and I select it, there will be two changes. You will be seeing one change here and the disclaimer that will be showing. So this is the disclaimer showing that the item is already gated. It cannot be taken, it cannot be processed ahead because the brand is gated. Gated means Noon controls the brand content. So what it gives you? It gives you an option to search for the item in Noon catalog itself. If in case the item is all available in Noon catalog, you can just go ahead and list the item with the selection. So it shows you all the options, all the products that are available with the Apple brand name. So all you have to do is just select the item if in case if it is suiting your requirement and fill up the information. Let's suppose you're not able to find your item. You're dealing with something that is unique product like iPhone 500, which is not yet been launched. It's just launched yesterday. You want to list it right now. So it shows you that there is no product as such created on the platform, and it will give you an option to click here to create new product. All you have to do is just click here, and it will ask you for the PSQ. You can just click on generate. Noon will generate a PSQ for you and submit. Again, this will take you back to the catalog page. However, right now, since the brand is gated, you will have a disclaimer as shown here. That is, this brand, please click here to match this against a Noon SKU or request to create a new Noon SKU using your content as the brand is gated. Gated as in it requires some special documents and special approvals to have the item listed. What are the documents that you require? You can refer to this help center article for the same. And if in case you are dealing with a gated brand, you need to submit certain invoices like 3 months invoices for proof of purchase, distribution authorization letter, and if in case you are the manufacturer of the item, you need to have a manufacturer permit. Also, all the health and beauty items are gated, so you need to submit the MOHAP or the Ministry of Health and Prevention certificate that you are having the authorization to sell these items, so that the the item can be listed, or your brand can be, that particular brand can be ungated, so that it can list the item. So we will be sharing you all this help center article. Need not worry about it. So again, on this page, since you are on the content page, you will just fill up the information like the image, the title, details, the feature bullets, and everything that you have done with the regular content. However, when you are filling any branded information, please make sure to go to the brand website itself and copy the content directly so that it doesn't have any mishaps in that particular content, and you are listing the correct information. So once you have filled up all the content, again you will just save it. And once you have saved it, whatever the content that you have saved, you will have once you save the information, you will just click on the option here, and it will take you to the brand catalog, mentioning you to check if there are any other items which you can map, or any other SKU from Noon which you can map to the existing Noon SKU. To this particular item. Either you can go from here, or you can just click on brand catalog section here, and it will take you to the brand catalog where you can just search for the particular product. Let's suppose I'm dealing with Samsung, I can just mention Samsung in the search bar, and it will give me all the options available with regards to the content that I mentioned, which are how much it is matching my requirement, and the option to map the SKU. So if in case I'm getting any option and the product, if I'm not able to find anything, I can just click on use my content to create new Noon SKU. Then Noon will create a new SKU using your content. So for further explanation about how to create a new Noon control brand, you can just refer to this help center article. It shows you step-by-step procedure that you have to do, which I've just discussed, and how you can add the brand, how do you check the Noon catalog matching listing, mapping process, and taking the product live. Everything is shown in this particular help center article. So now that we have an understanding about the creation of a new brand and an already existing brand with a single product listing, let's just go ahead and see for the bulk list. So if you just see here, as we were doing here to select single product and multiple product. So either you can go from here by just clicking on multiple product, you can just mention the title or the product that you're dealing with and download both the templates, or you can go to catalog, you can go to imports, which is a new sheet that we have implemented for better understanding, and this is different from the old NIS process. NIS NIS import type you have selected, NIS create and update, and the similar taxonomy you have to select and down that you're dealing with. So if in case you're downloading both the templates, it will take your time. I mean, it will take much of your time, and you have to fill the details all over together for two times. Rather than, what you can do is you can just download one of the templates, either English or Arabic. Download it. Once you have downloaded it, it will be showing you an Excel file that will be showing you details as shown on the screen right now. So this will be the file that you will be able to see. Here you will be able to see the date of the item, date of the sheet that you have downloaded, the template, the language in which the template is downloaded, and here you'll be able to see that there are some specification or classification of the fields. So there are mandatory fields, there are important fields, there are optional fields, and there are fields that are not required as for now. So once you fill up the information, you will be able to see that the color of the boundaries are changing. So if the boundary is in red color, those fields are all mandatory, without which you cannot really go ahead and list your item. There are some fields that are in green color, as you see here, these are in green color boundary. So those items are important. It's not mandatory, but it's important you fill those details. Then there are some fields which are just not having any sort of boundaries. It's plain. So these are optional. Then there are some other items which are showing as gray color. So these are something that are not required as well. So all you have to do is just fill up all this sheet depending on the item that you're selling, and you can just fill up the details of the item depending on the color, size, material, and the product details like the pattern and all the other information. One more thing, when you are dealing with the parent grouping or the partner SKU or the grouping of the item under the same variant, the first thing that you have to decide is what would be the mentioning the G10, partner SKU, sizing standard, and sizing variation. Other all the information you will have to fill up for that. And similar for the child SKU, we will be filling only the four details, that is the G10 SKU, sizing standards, and sizing variation, because the child SKU will be following content of int SKU. And all you have to do here is you have to give the parent group key. Group key is nothing but an identification or a to the one group. Once you have filled up all the information, you can just scroll to the right hand side. All these are information you have to fill up according to your product that you're listing. And feature bullets, again, these are like top feature bullets that you want to fill up. 5 feature bullets you can fill up, and there are option also. Image URL, again, you can use this imager website to control coming to the URL link, because the reason being, there might be a possibility that the image might ask certain specific permissions, and that might delay the process of approval. So in order to avoid that, please make sure to use the imager link so that it is easily approved. Once you have given, mandatory at least 2 to 3 images are mandatory. Other than that, if in case you are going up to 7 images, that's totally optional. Then the dimensions of the item and the MSRP of the product. We just see here feature bullets. Again, they are giving some feature bullet that is up to 12. If you want to give some more features of the item and the product dimensions as well. This helps MSRP also, that it usually asks for the product. So depending on the country that you are dealing with, you can just take the country MSRP, use the currency conversion, and provide the currency or the amount of the item in the other countries as well. Once you have mentioned all the currency details, you can just save the file as CSV, TSV, or XLS. Go back to the seller lab, click on next, and upload the file. Once you uploaded the file, after all the necessary edits are done, it will appear under imports, NIS bulk imports. If there are any errors, it will show that there are errors. If there are no errors, it will be showing 0 errors found. So once you have uploaded the English content and there are certain errors, you can just download it and fix the errors. How you will be fixing the errors? I will be checking that as well. And how to take your items live which are not yet live, we'll be discussing that as well as the last part. So right now, you have uploaded the English content. Rather than filling up all the details again in Arabic, what you can do is you can use a smart trick here to convert all the Dropbox or drop down items. There are certain items which are having a drop down. So all the drop down items can be automatically converted to the or translated to the other language. If in if you are not in Arabic, you can convert it to English. So right now, we'll be just seeing how do you do that. For that, we'll again go to catalog, imports from catalog, import, NIS, and under NIS, content export, product content export. Download the template. So once you have downloaded the template, this template appears, I mean, it will be in Excel file or a sample sheet that will be appearing for you, which will be having only two fields. One is the partner ID and the other one is the partner SKU. So partner ID is your store ID. It will be unique for the entire column. So you can just drag and drop it down the entire sheet. And the next thing is the partner SKU, which you can just get from the main in bulk sheet itself. So you can download this partner SKU from the live and not live stock of your inventory, and you can just copy this PSKU, paste it in the export. Once you have pasted it, just save the file as CSV, TSV, or XLS. Go back to the Cell Lab again. Click on next and upload the file or paste the file. Once you have pasted it, it will again appear under imports, NIS or product bulk imports, and it will be this content export, download content export. So once you download the content export, it will be an NIS zip file that will be downloaded. So how this will actually look like and what are the process to actually see this report, I'll just show it to you. So it will be a zip file that you'll be able to see. You just need to click on explore and it will show you the content or the items or the sheets that are available in the zip file. So all you have to do is, if you have downloaded and uploaded the English file, you can just click on Arabic content. And once you have downloaded the Arabic file, it will be showing you the similar file that you have seen for the English content as well. However, everything will be in Arabic. However, I mean, also being in Arabic, the drop down will automatically will be in the Arabic language. You need not translate it in the Arabic language. So all you have to do is just fill up the numericals and free text. And for filling up the numerical and free text, please make sure not to use any Google Translate. Take an help for someone who is proficient in Arabic because Google gives sometimes weird translation. So in order to make sure that you are getting the appropriate answer and appropriate translation, take the help of someone in Arabic and get it translated. Fill up all the information similar to that of the English sheet. And once you have filled up all the sheet, again, just save the file as CSV, TSV, or XLS. You'll be just going back to the Lab, new imports, and again, NIS create an update, and click on next and paste the file. Once you have pasted the file, just click on next, and it will be appearing again under imports, under the NIS bulk imports. So if there are no errors found, well and good. Your sheet is all good to go, and the team will be taking the item and approving all the content. If in case there are some errors, as you see here, there are some errors. You can either click on show all comments if you will show what are the errors that you are able to see. Also, you can just download the sheet. Once you have downloaded the bulk sheet, it will be showing you the bulk errors similar to the sheet that we were discussing. It will be the same sheet that you will be able to see, but you need to scroll to the right hand side totally. So in the right hand side, it will show you the exact errors for each section that was wrong. And all you have to do is just fix each of the errors. Let's suppose G10 is invalid. You just need to go back to the sheet, fix the G10. Brand is invalid and acceptable value. You need to give the correct brand and all the other errors. You can just fix it in the main sheet. Copy the content, save the file again, go back to the catalog page again and upload it until you have the errors as zero. So if in case the first time only you are getting the zero errors, well and good. But if not, just make sure that check exact errors that it is being showing, fix all the errors and upload it with zero errors found. So once the sheets are all good to go, the content team will actually review all the information and approve your content. So this is for the listing, for the bulk listing as well. Right now, we'll be going ahead and seeing if there are any issues in taking the item live. How would you be able to do that? Go on catalog, exports, add exports. Under add exports, we go to catalog and we download one sheet that is content rejection. You download the export. So once you download this export, it will be an Excel file that will be showing you all the information as shown here. This is the screen. You will be able to see your item, your partner ID, PSQ code, partner SKU. This is nothing but your unique identification of your item. So this will be the ZSKU or the seller SKU that has been generated. Then rejection reason, if there is any rejection for the item, what is the rejection reason? What are the enhancement suggestion? What you can do better to make the content live? And then what is the rejection comments? Our QC team, quality check team, will actually give you some comments like the product mentioned is not in title or format is incorrect. So you can just check what exactly can be done and correct it accordingly. Then it will give you the exact content link as well, which you can just copy paste here and go to the exact content and fix the errors that have been shown in the sheet. Let's suppose you want to see what exactly is the errors. You can just go to the help button. It will give you all the errors that has been showing. So you can just see what are the errors. Valid price, price is invalid. Go to the offers, price is empty. So you need to mention the price. Then again go back to the health. PSQ is inactive. Okay, we'll be activating the PSQ. Again back to the health. PSQ barcode invalid. Barcode details are not given. We need to get the barcode information. Stock check. Stock is not available. Give the stock information, which to which warehouse it will be shipped out from, and what would be the stock available. Again, click on help, and we need to provide that the product is not active. So again, you need to take the item, activate it again. So this is how you'll be able to take the items which are not active and take them, make them live or active on the platform. So this was all about the listing process, the errors fixing, and all the rejection reason that you might face, and how do you fix them one by one. So right now we'll be just opening this room for questions. And if in case you have any questions, please feel free to post it in the comment chat or to a direct message to me, and we'll be more than happy to answer it for you. If in case you do not have any further questions and you want to leave, definitely you're free to go. However, before leaving, please make sure to share your registered email ID, partner ID, and store name in the comment chat or to a direct message to Noon so that the necessary tutorials can be shared with. So right now we have a couple of questions that have been lined up. Regarding this session, I'm extremely sorry we would not be able to provide the permission to record this session. However, the necessary tutorials will be shared with you. For us to do that, please make sure to share the registered email ID, partner ID, and store. I have created the brand information and it is showing pending. Where do we check the approval? As I told you, you can get in touch with our seller support team regarding the same. And if the brand is already approved, you can just check it in the brand management section whether it is activated or whether it is approved or not. How can I order packing material? Mr. Ashif, regarding this, I would request you to please attend our module number 3, that is for the direct ship, where we have a detailed explanation about the packing material that you have to order and what are the steps that you need to follow to order the packing material. How to modify the product name or description after it is back. So since you have the over control over your content, you just need to go back to the seller lab to the particular SKU. Under the content page, you will be able to do any changes that you are making, but unless it is just ZSKU. But if it is mapped with a known SKU, or if in case a new known SKU has been created, then any changes are not possible because that will be a known controlled item. A known will control the quality, content of the item. Hello, hello. What fields are mandatory before making an inventory record active or live? My products was rejected after listing under generic brand category, which was asked for my review. So, Mr. Jigar, you need to make sure that the product is unbranded. If in case it is unbranded and not having any brand on the box, then it can be considered as generic. However, if in case there is any brand on the product and the product images shows some brand, then you need to mention the brand name and create a brand for it so that it can be listed correctly and it is not getting rejected. Why did the title of the product disappear after map? Which one are you referring here, Aris? If you can just give me a brief about it. What does MPN stands for? Let me just check for that. So that is nothing but the part number, manufacturer part number. MPN stands for manufacturer part number. So on the box itself, there will be different serial number, part number, and everything. So MPN stands for the product part number from the manufacturer. So if in case you're dealing with 21 karat gold, I don't have an option to drop down to select necessary attributes 21 karat gold. Regarding this, Mr. Jager, I would request you to please send in an email to seller@noon.com mentioning that your category is not having the appropriate options to be shown in the NIS listing so that we can revise the selection process and give you the appropriate selection as well. Just send in an email to seller@noon.com. Benefits of group is basically you can show multiple products or multiple parent SKU in a single page where customer need not go to a different seller altogether and you do not miss the customer making a purchase from your page itself. So if in case you're showing multiple variants in a single page itself, the customer will just change the variation and have the product seen available on the platform. So for that reason, if in case your product is not live, you can always check the health button if everything is good or not. If there are any issues regarding the item health issue, then it will be showing there and you can just fix those errors to take the item live. So regarding the PSKU code, all you have to do is, let me just show it to you. All you have to do is just go to catalog, exports, add exports. Yeah, catalog, partner catalog, and you can just select live and not live stock. And from each of this stock that you download, you will be having the PSKU code of your inventory. So if it is live or not live, you can just select this selection from the export, download the export, and you will be able to get the SKU or PSKU code for each of the items separately. So for For deleting the product from a catalog, there's a help center article which we'll be sharing with you. So this is the help center article, deleting partner SKU. So it is having a step-by-step procedure of deleting the SKU. All you have to do is just go to the catalog, partner catalog, select the item. If it is mapped with known SKU, firstly you will have to unmap it first. And if in case if it is just normally listed with known and you want to delete it, just follow this process from the third step. That is catalog export, make this necessary selection, download the export, you will get the PSQ code. So once you get the PSQ code, again go to the Sarala catalog, import, new import, and download the SKU download template. So this template will be having two columns. One is the partner ID and the SKU code. So all you have to do is fill up this information, go back to the Sarala and upload the file for the delete and submit it. Once you have submitted it, the PSQ codes that you have selected, which will be deleted one by one from the system. We'll be sharing you with this necessary help center article as well. Do not worry about it. So if you have any issues with that, we'll be sharing you the necessary tutorials. Do not. We'll be sharing you the module 3 link as well in the email that will be shared after the session so that you can book your slot, self a slot and attend the session accordingly. How to send stock to Noon warehouse. So for learning how to transfer the stock to Noon warehouse, you can just attend the module number 4, that is FBN transfers, which will be explaining you one by one step-by-step procedure to transfer to Noon FBN, and how you be able to list the items and transfer it to Noon by the process will be explained in that session. So you can attend the module number 4, that is the FBN transfers or transfer and order management, FBN only. Some of our products are not live. It says invalid bulky. How can I fix this issue? So probably your warehouse has been activated under bulky and the item is not a bulky product. So for that reason, it might show that it is invalid bulky. You need to create a new warehouse with the correct selection, that is a regular warehouse, and then list the items so that it can be correctly updated. I sell footwear, but after adding variation, it is not shown below as shown. Mr. Ashik, I'm really sorry I'm not able to get your question here. Can you please give a more detailed information about it? Anytime the product doesn't go live, even if the content is approved. So can we just check the health button? The content might be approved, however, there might be some health button checks that are still pending. So either the product can be gated or the brand can be gated. So you can just make sure to check the health button for any errors to be fixed and then see if the item is going live or not. Request a detailed infographic board on how to manage inventory post for variant in product in cellular. What is the difference between product being active or product being live? So active, Mr. Jigar, means it is activated on the cellular. Live means it is live or it is visible for the customer to make purchase. If it is active, not live, it is just active on the cellular, but the customer is not able to see it. If it is active and live, that means it is visible to the customer as well. I did many times for live and not live product, but Excel sheet does not show the products to get PSQ. Alfarida, I would request you to please specify which are you talking about here. Is it regarding the delete SKU of import? I suppose I unmapped some products but can't get PSQ by anyhow. Okay, so Ms. Farida, regarding this, what I would suggest is If in case you're not able to find it, we'll be sharing you the help center article. Kindly refer to it step by step about the unmapped items or the unmapped inventory, how we'll be able to take it out. Follow the steps for that. And if in spite of that you're not able to get it, kindly just send in an email about the unmapped stuff to be on or unmapped inventory to be pulled up by our seller support team, and they will give you the step-by-step procedure to do the needful. For new import product, accept only CSV. I tried XLS. Yes, there has been a change with the format, so it's just accepting the CSV files, CSV TSV. I've created variation under size, but it is not showing. So probably you might have shifted to a different product altogether. Mr. Ashik, I would suggest one thing. If in case you have any issues with the sizing, and in case you have created it already, because as you see here, once we create it, let me just show it to you. Once we create any product, and just give me a minute, let me just search for an appropriate example for you. So once we create the variation, it automatically shows here. If it is not showing, then probably you are on a different product or a different SKU altogether, or you have already deleted it. So please make sure whether you have already added it correctly and it was showing you here in this variation option on the content page. The content page is shown, there's a variant option. So if it is showing under variant option, it should be reflecting. As long as you are just having the correct sizes, it will be reflecting anytime. Even though my item is not active or live, if you just see here, the product status, it is neither active nor it is live. Neither it is inactive and it is not live as well. And neither the stock details are uploaded. So please make sure to check if everything is appropriately added and the similar thing is being reflected in the variant option as well, because it should be applicable. And if it is not, then definitely there is some issue with the cell lab that you're using or the content that you uploaded. So in that regards, we'll request you to just mail us a screenshot at seller@moon.com, and our team will help you with the necessary corrections that you have. Why is it that we have to quote price under three different fields for the same product? Two quote under the price info, price and sale price, one quote on the content. So MSRP is nothing but a market selling price, whereas you just have to list the item, or you just have to mention the price under the price section and the sale price. MSRP will be decided and will be shown to you by noon. So whatever the listing that you're doing, if in case you're putting it on a sale price, it should be less than the MSRP. That is the reason MSRP is listed. You need not list it. It's just that you'll have to, when you go to the offer details page here usually it provides the known minimum maximum price range for the product. And if in case you're talking about the MSRP here, it's just for the comparison with the other sellers who are listing the item on the platform. That it asks for the MSRP. It showed there but not below the product. So it just shows there. It's where exactly are you looking for? Is it on the website that you are not able to see it, or on the cellular app? Because if it is on the website, then you need to share us the screenshot with the cellular app image and also on the website so that we can fix it. The price that has been quoted for the customer, Mr. Jiga, will be shown here. Under the offer section, this price will be shown to the customer. So this price should be all inclusive of fees and commission and the all inclusive of VAT and everything. So the price that will be quoted will be shown here. we delete a product from the user interface directly without export, that wouldn't be possible. We have to do it through the process. So that is there is a documentation of each of the SKU that you have selected for the delete, because this is all content related thing. So we need to have a proper export. So advertising your listing, let me just show you this help center article. So there's this health center article, how can I advertise my products on Noon? And it shows all the process by which you can actually advertise your products on Noon, and step-by-step procedure and different banners that we have available. So you can just refer to this, and in case you have any questions to be communicated, you can just mention it to Noon AdOps at noon.com, and they will help you set up your ads. Any other questions for today? Welcome, welcome. No issues. I hope that you have understood and got a lot of knowledge with the session today, and everything is clear for now. So I suppose that brings us to the end of the session, and we would like to really thank everyone in the session for attending it and being so patient and cooperative to us. So for the unbranded category, it's just generic that you have to select for the brand. You need not, select for any branded. You need not mention the brand itself. Just mention generic, and it will be good to go. So express delivery is totally depending on your performance and the type of product or the um, order fulfillment that you're doing. It will be selected by Noon itself. So firstly, you will be on direct ship as soon as you start, and depending on your performance, you will be moved on to the FBN. And if in case you have from the start itself, from the initial start when they are actually listing or onboarding you, if you have selected FBN and you want to go ahead with the FBN, you can just contact the account manager and tell him that I want to go ahead and on FBN. So it will let you know what are the exact reasons and the process that you can follow to be listed with the FBN, so that you have an express delivery. Mr. Jigar, what I would suggest is, if in case your rejection was done, even though your item was non-branded and you have mentioned generic, and even after that it was rejected, then just send us an email at this email ID. I'll be sharing you the email ID right now. Can you just send us an email to seller@noon.com, and our team will check what exactly was there and fix it. So once you have ordered the packing material, it cannot be changed. However, if in case you can yes, once the order is placed, the team will actually get it delivered within 10 days. So if in case you have any concerns with that, you can either contact on our seller support team number. It is 8003 6006, or send in an email to seller@noon.com mentioning that you have selected a wrong size, so that they can communicate with the logistical department and get it replaced with the correct size. So you need to mention detailed information about the size that you want. Any other questions for today? You're welcome, Mr. Ashir. Well, if in case we do not have any further questions, I think that brings us to the end of the session. Thank you so much for attending today, and have a wonderful day ahead. Stay safe, stay blessed, have a wonderful, happy selling journey with Noon, and enjoy your listing with Noon with the new process. Take care, thank you, and have a good day.